Spring LaFay, Simply Tarot. Okay, Aquarius, this is for you. I'm going to use this deck. And we're just going to see what we get. Excuse me. Okay, for Aquarius. The sign of Aquarius. Rigid. Okay. Something, which really makes sense, honestly, for an Aquarius, in your life feels very rigid. It's not, it's as though it's not been an easy road. It's not been an easy go. There's been plenty of bumps in the road, plenty of things that have come and gone. And very rigid, very sharp, very, you know, if you look at this wall, you know, you would get cut if you went up against it. Do you see what I'm saying? The thing is, I feel like that, though you've had a rigid and hard life, I'm drawn to the bird. So it's as though you have, or you are going to start really taking in things. And when I say that, you know, that's a feeling like from the divine, from God, you know, really getting messages, really getting what you need to help you to move on your path. So if you're not on your spiritual path, something is about, it feels like, to happen that's going to be very rigid. But it's as though you get a light bulb moment, or you see the light. You know what I'm saying? And you start to get messages. You start to feel your path in front of you. You start to know which way to go. That type of feeling. Where you might have not have before. Now, for those of you that you're already on your path, you know, this is a feel of looking at what you've been through. You know, it's like they're showing me things have been very rigid at some point in time. And, you know, it's like if you're not allowing those messages to come through, allow them to come through. We got the warrior here because it's as though you feel like you've been at war. You feel like you are a warrior. You feel like you've had to climb mountains alone. You know, the thing about this is, I feel, okay, if you look, this is almost like laying in water. It's almost as though he's in water, but he has his face out. You have a lot of emotion within you. You have a lot of love. You may have a hard time giving it, you know, because it's almost like no one has ever showed you, you know, beauty, showed you a relationship that was worthy, showed you something that went smooth instead of rigid. It's that type of feeling. Individuality. Oath. Movement. Complicated. Things are complicated. Okay, individuality. You know, that's a big thing, I feel like, for an Aquarius, is being who you are and being allowed to be who you are. It's almost as though you feel like you've had to fight for your individuality. And as far as the oath over here, I feel like this is about being true to yourself, being true to oneself, knowing your worth and your value, you know, and not allowing anyone to take away you from yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? Even you, because as you know, I'm an Aquarius too, and I know that sometimes, in my life, there's been times where I did, I kind of put me aside completely, my individuality and such, and just to make things less complicated for other people or for someone else. And some would call that walking on eggshells, or not being yourself, not being able to be yourself. The beauty is that through this rigid whatever, and this being a feeling of a warrior, you're finding you. You have found you, or you're going to. And it's like a sense of peace around that. It's almost like if you look at this to me looks like a canary. I actually used to raise canaries. They sing a beautiful song. They can, yeah. This is as though you may have been holding back and not being you, and now you're singing your song. You're being you. You're being true to yourself. You're seeing your own beauty. And I feel like for many of you, you're doing the work. You're putting it through the work. You're putting it, in, and you're following your path. See, we got oath here, and I feel like this is being true to oneself, being true to what's within you, what's in your heart, and moving forward. Even though things look turmoil, things look treacherous, trudging forward, even though they're complicated. And this all stems from finally, it's like someone finally taking themselves for really looking at your own self like you should. This is about worth and value. This is about being who you are. This is about allowing for you. This is about seeing yourself. This is about knowing what you have within you is beautiful, is worth sharing with the world, is worth, moving forward with. Beauty. So, this is beautiful. This is awesome, because this is really it's like forward movement through some hard times. Let's get you an affirmation card here. Well, they was quick to throw that one out, wasn't they? Trust. Okay. Doubt. Okay, see, we got doubt and we got trust at the same time. That makes sense, because this is a feeling of tug of war between possibly doubting because of what you've went through with this rigid feeling like you had to be a warrior, and then being able to actually move through something that's complicated, being your own self, being who you are, and seeing the beauty of your life. Though you went through things, it's grown you as a person. That's beautiful. Okay, let's do trust, and we got trust and we got doubt. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold each card up. You can pause the reading and you can write this affirmation down, and that way you can say them yourself. I like to say them thrice times, and at the end I like to put say, and so it is. Okay, let's start with trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly, and so it is. Then we've got doubt here. Okay, are you ready? I release the need to know all the answers. I release the need to know all the answers. I release the need to know all the answers, and so it is. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Thank you. Okay, we got Bridget. The message, this is an angel message. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. So whatever your situation is at this point in time, you know, it may have to do with this complicated card. You're being urged to look deeper. Don't jump. Don't rush. Look deeper into it before going forward with it. It's very important, that is. Okay. And then we've got here Moon Goddess number 41. So, you may do things with the moon. You know, you may release with the moon. Ask with the moon. Just as, you know, I mean, there's many things, you know, with the moon. We used to plant, you know, back whenever I was younger, in certain signs, you know, or certain time that the moon was doing something. It's just like, okay, I remember when you would trim your hair when the moon was growing, if you wanted your hair to grow. Things like that. It feels like someone, and if you're not, I feel like someone's going to be getting closer to the moon. And I don't mean that by going to the moon. I mean that by possibly spending time under the moon, possibly releasing with the moon, asking with the moon. Or just such as I did at one point, you know, I've told before, whenever I had a really big ending in my life, things really changed, and you know, I kind of just broke down under the moon, and that was really the start of, you know, change and looking at things differently going forward. Yeah. Okay, what this says is, I am in harmonious flow with the moon's energy and all phases of life. That's beautiful. And, oh yeah, I have got my Etsy store opened. I put the link in the description box. Right now what I have on there is some of my homemade soaps, and I'm starting to put some of the spiritual line. I've done a spiritual line of soap, different ones. Let me see if I can grab one. I've got True Love bars. I've got some romance bars, and then I have like an aura cleanse, protect your energy. I've got you know, manifest abundance, and you know, I'll try to do a video more on that. But yeah, do give a thumbs up. Please do subscribe, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Much light and love. Till next time. Bye.